So I was kind of inspired by the pieces of paper and that we printed out, but I wanted them a little bit more organic. And I love working with the deli paper, as you all know. So what I wanted to do was today is just work with a little bit of ink on one of my round plates. It's just a tiny one, and make some really organic, just a couple of organic pieces of paper. And I'm just going to rip this in half. Now this paper, we all know about deli paper, but I like making deli papers to use in my... I like creating my own papers to use in my work. So this is a bit of a play. It's extremely meditative. Each individual piece of paper is different, and as you go through, the ink actually gets lighter and lighter. And I like that. It's like the ghost is, in the background of the paper until there's nothing more. So these are the things I like to do. It's extremely it's extremely calming. You don't push too hard that very first time. I have got a piece of paper underneath it just so you can see the ink, but I don't normally have that on there, so it's normally stuck to the board. So the impression that you make makes a big difference of just how far. Now also, if you wish to finish on a stronger note and not have the the faded area, you just go in with the same mark, or pretty similar mark, and just finish that piece of paper off. Now these are great background pieces to other works, like bringing colour in on the top. And as I say, they're extremely calming. And just going to push that onto there and finish that one little piece of paper. You say that yes, you could make this much faster. You could make it on a big jelly plate. But the problem with the big jelly plate is that you make the whole thing and then you pull it and it's all exactly the same. So to get a piece of that looking differently, you have to you know, cut off a piece and then add it and collage it and so forth. But for instance, that whole piece there is different, but it's do you know what I mean? It's made on the plate. The same time. So you have these. Now the other thing is, yes, you could. I know I'm going through all the arguments now. I hear my students saying, but you could. And I agree. Yes, you could do it on a big plate. Yes, you could do it. Let me just get this. Yes, you could do it just as a piece. And do some ink work. Yes, you could definitely do that. You could do the round and the round and the dash. And the round and the round and the dash. You could alter them. The circle. But what you'll notice is, whoops, there's that round and round. This, you'll notice the difference between the painted work and the jelly printed work. So this looks painterly, even though, you know, yeah, if you added more water maybe. I have tried many times to duplicate the jelly print. You know, that look. And you can get it, and if you might like also the these fine lines to be fine lines, these straight lines, you might like that better. For me, I like the lines to be uneven and completely organic, like, you know, and they're a one-off, or they're meant to be a one-off. Yet this print here was the same print as that, but for some reason I didn't push hard enough, and so that didn't actually come through there. But it all correlates because it came off the same jelly plate. Whereas this is you picking your brush off and doing something different. Even if you're trying to do the same, you will find you don't. Yeah? All right. Have fun. Make a few pieces of paper and on a small jelly plate with inks, and I'm probably going to do something on top of those next week or something. Okay, so we're back. So I finished printing this on the jelly plate using the same stroke, going along and making sure that you know, the dark, the light, you have everything you need on the piece of material. And next week I will show you what we can do with this beautiful piece of linen that has been ink dyed. All right, you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time with the next piece of this beautiful puzzle.